Good day everyone, welcome to our online recorded session for Understanding the Self. For today's video, we will talk about diversity in sexuality. From an evolutionary perspective, sex is an important part of our lives. For the obvious reason, perpetuation of the species. Sexual behavior in humans, however, involves much more than reproduction. When we speak about sexuality, it is not about whom we have sex with or how often we have it. Sexuality is about your sexual feelings, your sexual thoughts, attractions, and behaviors towards other people. You can find other people physically, sexually, or emotionally attractive, and all those things are part of your sexuality. Sexuality is diverse, impersonal, and it is an important part of who we are. Discovering our sexuality can be very liberating, exciting, and positive experience. For this video, we will talk about sexual characteristics or orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. Each person's sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression are a part of who they are. When talking about these topics, it is common to encounter the acronym SOGSC, which stands for Sexual Orientation, Gender Identity, Gender Expression, and Sex Characteristics. The acronyms LGBTQ2S+, LGBTQ, GLBT, LGBTQ, and LGBTQ2 refer to the spectrum of sexual and gender identities that are not cisgender and heterosexual. While doing your research, talking to a friend, you might have encountered the asterisks or the plus sign. This shows that there are other identities included that are not in the acronym. These acronyms mean the same as sexual and gender minorities. Now, let us talk about sexual character or sexual orientation. This refers to a person's emotional and sexual attraction to others. It can change or may not be the same as a person's sexual behavior. There are three essential types of sexual orientations, namely monosexual, polysexual, and asexual. The monosexual sexual orientation includes the gay, the lesbian, and the heterosexual. When we speak about gay, it refers to a man who is attracted to men. When we speak about lesbian, it refers to a woman who is attracted to another woman. And straight or heterosexual, it refers to a man or a woman who is exclusively attracted to a woman or a man. The term homosexual is now viewed as an outdated and offensive term and should not be used to refer to LGBTQIA+ individuals. It's a big no-no referring gays as homosexual. Let us talk about the polysexual sexual orientations. Some people are also attracted to members of multiple genders. Sexual orientation labels used by polysexual people include the bisexual, the pansexual, and the queer. Let us talk about the bisexuals, or often merely referred to as bi, a person who is attracted to both men and women. However, some bisexual people have a preference for one gender over another. Pansexual comes from the Greek prefix pan, which means all. These type of people are attracted to others regardless of sex or gender. This includes attraction to people who identify as male, female, transgender, intersex, genderqueer, or anything in between. Being queer means you like what you like, and you accept that your desires are dynamic, and you are open to change. queer, like other terms describing sexuality, should be used sensitively and respectfully. A sexual identity or orientation, also referred as ACEs, includes individuals who do not experience sexual attraction to others of any gender. Now, let us move talking about gender identities, as it refers to the degree to which persons see themselves either as masculine ascribed to the male sex or feminine ascribed to the female sex. It is how you see yourself socially, as a man, woman, or a combination of both. A person's gender identity may be the same as or different from their birth assigned sex. Remember that there is a big difference between gender identity and gender expression, because when we speak about gender identity, it refers to a person's internal sense of feeling male, female, or something else. Take note of the term internal sense. As compared to gender expression, it refers to the way a person communicates gender identity to others through behavior, clothing, hairstyle, voice, and other body characteristics. Gender expression is the external display of a person's gender identity, which may or may not conform to the societal definition of behaviors and external features as either masculine or feminine. I am pretty sure that you already have heard the term transgender. Who is a transgender person? A transgender person is one whose gender identity does not correspond to the sex they were assigned at birth. Always remember that transgender is an adjective, not a noun. So you would not say someone is transgender, but instead a transgender person. The following are the common self-identity of transgender people. Who is G0Y? A G0Y will engage in all forms of spiritual and physical intimacy with other men, except for anal sex. In such relationships, they consider hugging, kissing on lips, caressing, frothing, French kissing, and mutual masturbation, or even fellatio, as an acceptable behavior, but they consider anal sex as indecent. Ancient Greeks were mostly G0Ys, since anal sex was prohibited or even illegal, but all other displays of affection between men were considered normal. Before this video had started, I had two questions. The first question was, can you call a trans person a tranny or tranny for short? The answer is no. Nope, no, don't do it ever. It should not be used, and you should not call a person tranny or tranny because it is very offensive. For the second question was, do I call trans people he or she, him or her, or it? The answer is, don't call people it. It really isn't nice. People aren't called it. As with someone's name, it is best to respect what they want their pronouns to be it him or he, she or her, or something else like they or they or them. Always remember, everyone, who your sexual or romantic partner is at a given moment in time doesn't necessarily define this part of who you are. Sexuality can be fluid, changing in different situations for some, and over the years for others. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you learned something from today's online recorded session for understanding the self as we talked about diversity in sexuality. Hope to see you next time. God bless, take care, and stay safe, everyone. This is your Professor Richard Salvador Jimenez, RGC RPM.